So I have a friend, she's a beautiful blonde woman, and she was telling me about a guy that she used to date. And the way she described him, I was actually kind of shocked because she described this guy as he's really not attractive. In fact, he's overweight, he's out of shape, he's not a very nice guy. His personality is pretty rude, and he doesn't even have that great of a job. And so I'm looking at her and I'm like, well, Claudia, why would you even have dated this guy? And it turns out that he was an amazing texter. Despite them having a long distance relationship and only seeing each other every other month, this woman, whenever she would get off the plane, she's like, I could not wait to see him. We had built up so much anticipation, I looked past all those other faults. Well, in today's video, guys, I'm going to share with you 5 tips, 5 secrets to build up sexual anticipation through text. Okay, so I know this isn't my usual fare here at Real Men Real Style, but I think that actually being able to text correctly is important to be able to build relationships, whether you're single, whether you're married, and communication skills in general. Being able to master those is very stylish. Now, to make this really useful for you and interesting, I brought in an expert, Claudia Cox. She actually did the guest post, which I'm going to link to right over here, and it's got some great tips. But in this video, I'm going to focus in on 5, which I think you're going to find very useful for basically if you're dating someone, if you've been married for 10 years, that you can get that person excited to see you and, well, guys, you can take it from there. Tip number 1 to build sexual tension through text is to text her something thoughtful. I know, guys, not mind-blowing, very simple, but most of us don't text her at all. We assume that the women, yeah, our wife or our girlfriend, she knows how we feel about her. Well, no, she doesn't. You've got to actually send that message. So let me give you an example of something that you could text to a woman. Maybe that you are just starting to date someone that you maybe work with or you're doing projects with. You could send her a message. You did a great job getting everything done for the conference. I'm amazed at how you handle stress. I'm also amazed at how cute you are. A little bit of a smiley faced emoji there. So having a little bit of fun with it, guys. And as you can see, you're keeping it a little bit professional. You're talking about handling stress at the conference, but you're also at the end of it pointing out that you find her attractive. And guys, this is building up the anticipation. Tip number 2 to build sexual tension through text is to show vulnerability. Let me give you an example. Last night was one of those rare occasions I never wanted to end. Okay, so you are laying it out there, and a lot of guys are very careful about this. They for some reason, they want to have that tough guy look. And I admit that looking cool, it definitely has its place and purpose. But it's okay to occasionally be vulnerable, especially if this is someone that you've already been dating, especially if this is your wife. Another example, it's not every day I meet someone like you. I want to know more. Okay, so you are definitely putting yourself out there for rejection, but understand, gentlemen, this is something that we need to do. If you never try, you're never going to succeed. Tip number 3 to build sexual tension through text is to compliment her. Let me give you an example. I'm sure you get this all the time, but you are incredibly attractive. I know some of you guys are saying, Antonio, come on, you're stating the obvious. Of course you need to compliment her. As we get into a relationship, we start to forget this. So this tip right here is really for those of you that have been in a relationship for a while. Take the time to send your wife a really nice compliment for no reason than you simply love her. Start building it up, saying, I can't wait to see you. You've been on my mind all day. Or, what you were wearing this morning, I just loved the way you looked as you headed out that door. Please come back home. I mean, stuff like that. It's like when someone gets it, they're like, wow, it gets their mind going. And that's it, guys. That's how you build that anticipation. You get her thinking about you. Tip number 4, remind her of a shared memory. And that's key, gentlemen. It needs to be about both of you together, and it needs to be something positive. The goal here is for her to remember and to associate you with that great feeling that you two shared together. Now, here's a couple examples. Can't find my favorite boxer shorts. I wonder if they're under your bed. So obviously you're reminding her of a little bit of fun you guys had. Here's another one. Sitting here at the office thinking about last night. Your laugh. The conversation, everything was perfect. So that one is great for after you maybe had 1 or 2 dates, and that one right there doesn't insinuate anything too much, but it just goes to show that you Enjoy spending time with her. She thinks about last night. She responds back with her memories of something that she enjoyed, the taste of the wine, the way that you had prepared the food, of seeing you get excited whenever that movie ended up taking that interesting twist. Those are shared memories, and that's what life's about, guys. And you want to make sure to, express that, and text is a great way to do it. Tip number 5 to build sexual tension through text is to tell her how much she means to you, guys. And this depends a lot on the relationship. Where are you at with the relationship? How long have you been together? If you've been with someone for 10 years, it's going to be very different if the relationship is only 10 days old. But it is something that you want to express your emotions. Again, the goal here is to get across the fact that you are thinking about them so that they start to think about you. That builds the anticipation and gets you both excited to see each other. So let me go to those of us that have been in relationships for over 10 years. Well, we're not probably doing anything like this very often. Yeah, we say that we love the other person, but do we actually break out? You mean everything to me. You have given me 4 beautiful children. You make my life so much better. I can't imagine life without you. I love you. Boom, send it. Yes, they should know. I think my wife should know that's what I think, but I need to put that down because I don't do it enough times. For those of you maybe that are in a 10-day relationship, send a simple one like this. What are your best qualities besides being cute, smart, and sexy? Dying to find out. Well, that one right there is talking about the future and that you already know that she's sexy, that she's cute, that she's smart. So you're saying great things about her and you want to learn more. You're saying that, hey, I'm curious. You're being a little bit vulnerable. And guys, that's what all of this is about. All right, gentlemen, bonus round. I've got 2 more points I want to throw in here because they apply to all 5 points. One of them you want to make sure to do. The other one you want to avoid. So the first one, use emojis. Show emotion. Now, don't overdo it. Don't send, 100 emojis, but maybe after every other sentence, throw in a fun little figure. There's a lot of different options out there. You're going to find them on pretty much any smartphone out there. You'll be able to locate it. But by using those emojis, guys, there are studies out there that show that these guys are perceived as more fun, more ambitious, more enjoyable to be around, and apparently it leads to more sex. Now, what you want to avoid is misspellings. Guys, that's bad. So be very careful. Read things before you send them out and don't misspell things. It basically makes you look bad, and all of a sudden the intelligence level, the perception of how smart that person is that's sending the text goes down, and that can really offset even if you use lots of emojis. All right, gentlemen, now it's your turn. Let me know in the comments how we could have made this video better. Maybe something that we missed. And if you've got a texting secret, why don't you go ahead and share it? I love learning from you guys, and the great community we built here at Real Men Real Style is reflected in the way that you guys comment down there and add value to every single video I put out. Now, if you want more, I've got a support article. In that support article, I actually go over a number of tips I didn't even cover in this video. I also link you over to Claudia Cox over at Text Weapon. She's the one that helped me put all this together. She is the texting expert. And if you want to learn how to text anybody and basically get, make yourself more attractive, it also applies to work and business. But if you want to learn how to text and be the man when it comes to texting, Claudia is the person you want to check out. Guys, that's it. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.